What's up, guys? The Flamewing Serpent has dropped back into World Flipper. We're going to be taking a look at the team I'm running to take on the new difficulty, the new stuff that came along with that new difficulty, all that stuff. So welcome to the channel. Before we get into the event itself, we're going to take a look at the team. I am going with the Sonya Power Flip-esque direct damage kind of mix-up with a little bit of skill damage. I wanted to have some fun with it. This team is utilizing Summerall Zelt, so if you pulled Summerall Zelt, this is a great way to put him to work because this man is a tanking machine. He is providing so much to the team, giving you buffs, giving you barrier, giving you healing is just attack. It's crazy. It makes these godly Flamewing Serpent runs very, very easy. Celine is extending the buffs that you are doing, and I found if you have 3 people going in with this team, a lot of people are taking debuffers like Jester. You could take any, for example, just anyone that removes buffs from the boss to help make it easier on your teammates. But if you go in and you have a bunch of teammates that are also running crazy builds, you don't really need the debuffers. You just can go in there and destroy the boss, and it's not really a problem. But that's a totally different case. So if you do not have this kind of Summerall Zelt setup, if you are missing units, you could run something like this. If you don't have that new Summerall Zelt piece, you could put Jester in the back, you could protect yourself. You could run Lacelle if you needed some more healing. If you don't have Rakisha and you still want to help out the team in kind of like a baseline like this. If you don't have the Motet, you can use the Water Claw. You can shift this team around and go from just being able to put out a lot of damage, like how I'm running it, to supporting your team and helping them just clear through it if you're unable to provide that kind of high level of damage. But there is many ways to kind of craft this team around to help your team out. So it is a very easy boss event to get through. I mean, if you really are struggling, I mean, Faf Lacelle, you can never go wrong with Faf Lacelle. Faf being a little dragon, gives you fire resistance, help you tank. Lacelle, who heals everybody. So not only are you healing yourself, you're healing all parties with Lacelle. Lacelle is always a great option to go in and help the team out. There's so many ways to build teams to go into this dungeon to help out your co-op mates and still provide a little bit of damage. It just all varies depending on what you have. It is nice having Power Flip in this, especially with the way that the boss stacks his debuffs. He puts up rocks, you can break through them really easily with Power Flip and just kind of clear out the boss, get through it nice and quick. The Rakisha isn't necessary, the Summerall Zelt isn't necessary. You can still do it without them. I'm just using them because if you have them, you want to utilize them and you want to help with the runs getting a lot quicker. Rico is another great option. She's a healer that also takes away buffs. So she's going to restore the HP of all parties, just like that kind of Lacelle effect, and you're also going to be removing a debuff. So if you are still in need of a healer, you don't have Lacelle built up, but you have Rico. Rico is another great option to run on the team. She's fantastic for cleansing out the debuffs. You could run a skill damage based team in an essence like this. I think this is the team that's suggested off of Wasuku. I think that's what this one is, but this is another option if you don't have the more Power Flip kind of direct attack variant for this dungeon. You can go in, like I said, guys, there's so many teams that I go in with and just see my co-op mates and they're running all these different variations and things like that, and it just clears it fine. So I don't think you need to be too worried about this boss in particular. But with this new boss, what it does bring and what I'm excited for is we do get the addition of a new weapon. We have the new godly currency. So if we go over to the event shop and we go to the item exchange, there's a lot going on here. I've been farming it up. I haven't really touched anything in the shop yet, just so I could show you guys. You do get your daily deal on the fire material here, so make sure you're grabbing these. Literally cost 1 gold coin. Every day this is going to reset. You have up to 10 single summon tickets, and then you are able to grab yourself a multi-ticket. So I'm going to do a video on upcoming banners. Make sure to grab this ticket if you haven't, or if you're trying to get Summerall Zelt now, this could be another option for you to get in there, grab a multi and pull him. You could trade for 5 armament tickets as well. Then you have your uncapping shards for the shop, and you get down to the weapons. So if you haven't picked up the Flamewing staff, highly recommend grabbing the Flamewing staff. This is going to be a Power Flip support weapon. It's very good. I still use it on some of my teams. You have the gauntlet, and then the new weapon, which we got with this addition of the godly coins, we have the Flamewing Bow. And the Flamewing Bow, when it is on a fire unit and a skill hits, you're going to get 1% to attack for this unit up to a maximum of 120%. And then when a skill is activated by the unit that is holding the bow, you're going to get 30% to skill damage for fire units to a max of 120%. And when this unit is a fire unit, you're going to get 40% to the skill gauge for this unit as well. So this has got me very excited to try fire skill damage teams, especially with the release of Nasir, which I talked about in my Polar Pass video. Is the new 4-star that came along with the banner for fire skill damage support. There's a team that I've been just itching to try. I'm going to do a video on that as well. I do have a business trip coming up, so I'm going to try to space my videos out a little bit so I can have them going even while I'm out on the trip for work, so you guys still have something to watch here on the channel. But this is free stuff, guys. Not only is it new weapons, it is mats for the mana board. Not just fire mats, you also have water mats here. This is full set of water mats. You have a full set of fire mats. You have stamina pots, you have Dreamer's Crest, you have mana, you have experience, you have right pieces. This is going to be very helpful because the mana board 2 is coming. I know some of you guys know exactly what that means. Some of you guys are already caught up on the research from the JP version. You know exactly what's coming. So you guys know what to prep for. I'm going to do a video talking about the mana board 2 and what that means, just all the stuff you're going to need for it, how to get it going, why it's beneficial, what units you need to focus on for the mana board 2 when we get it, because there's a lot that get the mana board 2, but not all of them are just necessarily recommended to unlock. It takes a lot of mats, so that's going to be something just to make sure you're grabbing all the resources you can to prepare yourself for what's coming in the future. I mean, they are not slowing down these releases for us, so this is very good. And it's free stuff, very easy dungeons to run. You don't need the Rikisha, you don't need the Summerall Zelt to clear this, you don't need the Sonya even. You can do this with 3 stars and 4 stars primarily on the team. You're tanking, building up damage for your team, taking the buffs off the boss. So make sure you guys hop in here, get this done. Gonna take a look at the Dark Multi-Ball team that I'm actually building on JP. That team is, I actually finally got to run it. Team's insane. So I want to show you guys what that team can do. And we'll have a video talking about some updates I think Global should be getting into the game. There's a lot that I think would improve the quality of life for global players now if they push those updates ahead. I hope Kakao watches these. I hope somebody is listening. So we'll talk about those and everything in between. Appreciate you guys being here on the channel. See you guys in the next video. Peace.